Let us start with the first question, that is the value of Rydberg's constant is 1.09677 into 10 raised to 7 per meter. This is the 15th one. Last 14th question will be there in the part 1. I have already explained, you can go through the videos. So this is the second part of the solution. We have 16th question, that is the dependency of speed of sound on the pressure of medium. What it's asking is, if the pressure of the medium increases or decreases, how the speed of sound depends. Okay, so you need to note that the speed of sound in solid is more, it is the greatest in the solid, then comes the liquid, then we have the gas, so it is lowest in the gas. So therefore we can say, as the pressure increases, the velocity of sound also increases. Here the pressure decreases, so therefore the velocity of sound also decreases. They are directly proportional to each other. Hope you understood this. Then next we have the 17th question, that is in the life cycle of stars, the end stage of massive star is, okay, they are asking you particularly here massive stars. Massive stars are the one whose masses are 30 times that of sun. So therefore you need to note the end stages can be supernova, neutron stars and black holes. In the option, in this exam, they have given neutron star and black hole both in the options. If you mark one of it, so you will get the marks. Then you need to know, for your understanding, that the average stars, okay, which are not massive one, the average stars like sun, we know that sun is also a star, right? So average stars like sun, end life is white dwarf. Okay, for average star the end life is white dwarf, and for the massive it is either supernova, neutron star or black hole. So irrespective of the massive sizes, okay, that is whether it is massive or it is average, all the stars have to go under the 7 stages. Okay, which are the 7 stages we have here? First is giant gas cloud. First it will be in the form of clouds. Then we have protostars, T Tauri phase, main sequence we have red giant, the fusion of heavier elements, then last is the supernova and planetary nebulae. Okay, so these are the 7 stages of the star. Then next we have the 18th question, that is the total mass of the Milky Way galaxy is around 3 into 10 raised to 48 kg. Okay, this galaxy, we know this is our galaxy, right? Milky Way is our galaxy name. So this is also called as home galaxy. We can also call it as home galaxy. So if in the question they mention home galaxy, don't get confused, it is Milky Way only. Then next we have the spacecraft which discovered the ring system around the planet Jupiter is Voyager's spacecraft. Okay, so in additional information about Voyager's spacecraft is, it was launched by NASA on September 5th 1977. So what was the main objective of this spacecraft was? It was to study the close study of Jupiter and Saturn. Along with the Jupiter, it studied about the Saturn's rings and the larger moons of the 2 planets. Okay, what were the main objective of Voyager's spacecraft is, it is to study the rings of Jupiter and Saturn and the larger moons of the 2 planets. Here we have the 20th question, that is number of protons, neutrons and electrons present in radium. Okay, radium atom is respective. They are asking you respectively. That means you have to write it in order: proton, then neutron and then electron. So you need to know that the atom is represented as A, Z and this is your N. Okay, so how it is represented? It is X, that is your atom, A, Z and N. Here your A represents the mass number, this is your mass number, Z represents the atomic number and N represents the neutron number. Okay, hope you understood this. So don't get confused that A for atomic. No, it is A for mass, and Z for atomic. It is opposite. You remember it like that. Okay, A for mass, and since A stands for atomic, A for apple, like that, A for atomic. But no, here it is A for mass and Z for atomic. Okay, remember it in the reverse case. Okay, that is A for mass number. See here, there is one formula given, that is A is equals to Z plus N, or N is equals to A minus Z. Since we know this is our A and this is our Z, we can substitute here in order to get the neutron number. So therefore we get 226 minus 88. We will get it to be 138. Okay, the neutron number is 138, the proton number is 88, and this is our proton. Okay, and the neutron is this one, and the electron is again what? 88. Okay, so therefore we can say proton, neutron and electron. Proton and electron is the same. Okay, don't get confused. If it is proton ask or electron ask, both proton and electron will have the 88 only. Why? Because number of protons will be equal to number of electrons in an atom. So therefore it will be 88. And this is your neutron number and this is your mass number. Then next we have (21). See, the radius of the circle is measured with the maximum error of 2%. The maximum error in its area is. They have given you the error measurement, that is the maximum error in the measurement of the radius is 2%. So what is the way of solving such type of problem is, see, first you need to write the formula for area, that is pi r square. Then you need to write the delta A by, that is the error, and divided by the value. Then we have, this is one of the property of errors. I have explained it in my previous videos, the properties of errors. So you can go through it. This is constant, right? You can just leave it. This is like whenever it is m raised to n, you will write it as n delta m by m, like that. So here it is powers, right? So power will come here. This is delta r by r. So therefore next they have given you 2%. So what is this 2%? This is the maximum error in case of radius. So therefore they have given you delta r by r value. You need to substitute here. Since they have given in terms of percentage, you need to write it in terms of percentage, that is multiply by 100. So you need to multiply on both the side by 100. So this whole value is given to you, that is 2%. You need to write it. It will be 2 2s are 4%. So therefore 4% is the maximum error in case of what? Area. Okay, you found out the maximum area in its maximum error in its area. Similarly, let us take one more example to understand it much clearly. That is for volume. Suppose you have volume of the atom and you know the volume, that is V is equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, what is the volume of the volume? We have it to be 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now how will you write? You will write it as delta V by V. 4 by 3 pi is constant, so you can leave it. This 3 comes here, that is delta r by r. Then since you are finding the percentage, you will write delta V by V into 100, that is 3 into delta r by r into 100. This value has been given to you, that is 2%, right? So you can write here 2%. So 3 2s are 6. That means the total error in the measurement of volume is 6%. Hope you understood this. Then let us understand the next question, that is 22nd. See, this is very important, that is Biot-Savart's law. In my previous video I have explained about the Biot-Savart's law. Okay, you can watch the video. So what Biot-Savart's law says? See, they have directly asked you the equation for Biot-Savart's law. Okay, they have directly asked you about the equation of Biot-Savart's law. So here what are the terms included and what actually Biot-Savart's law means. So therefore, if you want to find out the magnetic field at any point, okay, due to the current element, therefore the magnetic field at that point will be directly proportional to the current element and the sine of the angle between the point of interest and the current element. Then we have the distance between the current element and the point P, and I is the electric current. See, this is the diagram. If suppose this is the conducting wire of length L and I current is flowing through it, if you want to find out the magnetic field at point P, that is small magnetic field, that is dB, due to the small length element dl, we are if this is whole L, we are considering only small dl. So therefore, due to this dl, what is the magnetic field at this point? So it is directly proportional to the current element, that is proportional to current, proportional to dl, directly proportional to the angle between, sine of the angle between the current element and the magnetic field, and the square of the distance between them, that is r square. This is Biot-Savart's law. Hope you understood this. This is very important law which is experimentally proved. Then we have the value of resistance of carbon resistor having the color codes red, yellow, gold. Okay. So see, they have mentioned you red, yellow, gold. You need to remember it in the form of trick. Okay. I'll say you one trick, that is, just ignore this. You have here B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. Okay, you remember it like this. B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. So here B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. Okay, so therefore this B, you have to remember it in order only. You cannot miss the order. You cannot write this R before this B or this O before this Y. Okay, you cannot do that. So see here, always this B will stands for 0. Okay, this B, that is first B is 0, second B is 1, then we have R, that is 2, O for 3, Y for 4, G for 5, and then B for 6. This is violet, this is gray, and this is white. Okay, so see, they have mentioned you red, they have given in the question red, yellow, right? So red, yellow, when it comes, you need to see what is the value for red. It is 2, right? So 2 for red, this is your red. Okay, this is brown, black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, and white. Okay, I'll be providing you with one chart in which it is more clear to you. So see here, they have given you red, yellow. So the first term is here 2. So therefore you will write here 2. Then again red. The red is again, red stands for 2. So again 2. Then when it comes to the third one, it will take the value of multiplier. That means into 10 to the power of. Yellow is what? Yellow is 4, right? 4. 4 resistance unit will be either ohm or kilo ohm. Okay. So this is the value, that is 22 into 10 raised to 4 ohm is your answer for your question. Okay, and if suppose they mention you here, they have mentioned you gold, right? Here they have mentioned you gold, that is the tolerance. So gold value, when gold is mentioned, you need to write plus or minus 5%. When silver is mentioned, you need to write plus or minus 10%. Okay, for understanding, let us take one more example. Another example we can consider orange, yellow, red, and silver. Okay, orange, yellow, red, and silver. So here you can see orange. Orange is for what? This is your orange. Orange is 3, right? So you will write here 3. And yellow is for 4. So you will write here 4. And red is for 2, right? That is always the third is the multiplier, that is to the power of 10. That is red is for 2. And then if suppose you have silver, then plus or minus 10% tolerance. This is your ohm resistance unit. So I'll make one brief video on the carbon resistance, okay, how to find the resistance. If they give you the values, how to find the colors, and if they give you the colors, how to find the resistor value. I'll be explaining it in a very detail in my next upcoming videos. Okay, for now you understand this so much. Then let us consider the other example. We have device which is used to compare the EMF of two cells, okay, electromotive force of two cells. So this is one of the properties of potentiometer. Okay, so there are two examples, there are two uses of potentiometer. One, it is used to compare the EMF of the two cells, and another one is to find the internal resistance. So therefore this is the answer is potentiometer. The device which is used to compare the EMF of two cells is potentiometer. And this is the formula, okay, that is EMF of 1 divided by EMF of 2 is equals to length of first wire divided by length of second wire. This is a experimentally proved, okay, you have it in your second PUC syllabus. Then another application of potentiometer is to determine, that is the determination of internal resistance of a cell using potentiometer. Hope you understood. And this is the formula to find the internal resistance. If the length of two wires is given, resistance you know, then you can find out the internal resistance. Hope you understood the 25th. Then we have 26th, that is the current through the galvanometer. This is the very important principle of Wheatstone bridge. Okay, the current through the galvanometer is always zero. In order to get the balanced network, always the current flowing through the galvanometer should be zero. You need to remember this. Okay, this is very important. See, the condition of galvanometer is what? The current through the galvanometer should be zero, that is Ig should be equals to zero. See here, galvanometer is said to be balanced when the ratio of P by Q is equals to R by S. This is the condition for balance. This is also very important. If suppose they can ask you in the question, if two resistance is known, okay, if two resistance is known, you can find the ratio of other, right? If two resistance you know, you can find the ratio of other. If three resistance are known, then the fourth can be easily found out. Okay, this is the one of the application of the Wheatstone bridge. Okay, and what is the condition? Condition for balance is the current through the galvanometer must be equal to 0. Then let us move to the, see here, this is the diagram of Wheatstone bridge. See here, this is P, these are the resistors, P, Q, R, S are the resistors. There is one experiment based on this, P, Q, R, S, and the current is flowing through the battery. This is positive terminal, negative terminal. Current is flowing through the battery. Here, since it is a junction, current will divide itself. Here I1 will go, here I2 will go. Again there is a junction, and you need to note that the current flowing through the galvanometer is 0. That means what? The galvanometer shows 0 deflection. When there is 0 deflection, then only you can say that P by R is equals to Q by S. This ratio is satisfied, that is condition for balance is satisfied when the current through the galvanometer is 0. Then next, let us see the 27th one, that is the polarity of induced EMF is such that it opposes the cause which produces it. They have clearly given you the law. Okay, this is the Lenz's law. They have directly given you the law and ask you which law it is. So it is Lenz's law. Then let us consider the 28th one. A body is moving in a circular path of diameter 14 centimeter. Okay, a body is moving in a circular orbit whose diameter is 14 centimeter. In other words, we can say radius is 7 centimeter. After time t, it completes one rotation. That means after time t, it will complete one full rotation and comes to its original position. Suppose it have started from this point, it will complete one rotation and comes back to the same point, okay, original point. The displacement and the distance traveled by this body is represented respectively as, see here, we have, suppose a body started from this point, it moves into the circular orbit and it covers this circle and come back to the same point. So therefore we know that if the initial point and the final point is the same, then the displacement is what? 0, right? We have studied it in our lower classes that if the initial and final point is same, then we say the displacement is 0. Now what is the distance traveled? See, we know this is the circle. To complete one rotation, a body need to cover the circumference of a circle, right? It have to go around the circumference of a circle. So therefore distance traveled is the circumference of a circle, that is 2 pi r. 2 pi is constant, that is 2 into 22 by 7, and radius is half of 14, that is your, sorry, half of 14, that is your 7 centimeter. So therefore here you have 7 centimeter, you can note it to be 44 centimeters. So therefore answer is 0 and 44. If you write 44 and 0, in the option they have also given you 44 and 0. If you write 44 and 0, your answer will be wrong. Why? Because they have asked you respectively. Respectively means what? You have to write first displacement, then you have to write the distance. Then next, see here we have the 30th one, that is a person is traveling in a train and facing the direction of motion. He tosses a coin and coin falls behind him. It can be concluded that the train is, suppose a person is moving in a train and he is facing the direction of motion. This is the direction of that person. If he tosses a coin, what he feels, the coin falls backward. Okay, if this is the position, it falls backward. So what is the reason? That is, how can you conclude that? So therefore you can say, from the frame of reference of the train, when you consider the frame of reference as train, what happens? A pseudo force on coin acts in the backward direction. Pseudo force means what? A false force, okay, which is not actually existing in nature. The centrifugal force is also the pseudo force. So pseudo force will act on the coin which is in the backward direction. So therefore the coin will move behind, which is possible only when the train is moving forward and gaining speed. This is your answer. The train is moving forward, and since it is gaining the speed, therefore the coin falls back. Okay, this is your answer. This is the theory of relativity related questions. Okay, we'll discuss detail about the theory of relativity in my upcoming videos. Okay, then next let us see two bodies of masses m1 and m2 separated by a distance d, then the gravitational force of attraction between them is given by. This is the direct question they have given you. They have given you universal law of gravitation, that is F is equals to gmm by d square. Here suppose this is the mass of earth and this is the mass of the object and the distance between them is d. So therefore it is directly proportional to the masses, product of the masses, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. In my previous video I have explained detailed about the gravitational force. Okay, you can watch it. Then moving further, we have the weight of the body on the surface of the earth is 98 kg and its weight on the surface of the moon is 16.2 kg. The value of acceleration due to gravity on earth is 9.8. What is the value of acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the moon? See here, read the questions carefully. They have given you weight, okay, not mass. Weight of the body on the surface of the earth. They have given you weight on the surface of the earth. And they have given you weight on the surface of the moon. They have given you acceleration due to gravity on earth, and they are asking you what is the value of acceleration due to gravity on moon. To solve this question, we know, first thing we have to know the difference between mass and weight. So I have given one detailed video on the difference between mass and weight. You can go through it. Mass is universal. Mass is same anywhere you go. Okay, if you are on the moon, if you are on the earth, or if you are under the space, your mass won't change, but your weight changes. Weight changes due to the acceleration due to gravity, since there is no normal force acting on you. Okay, so therefore that is your weightlessness. Now weight is coming into act since you are experiencing the normal force. So therefore your weight is mg. Weight they have given on the earth. Okay, this is for the body on the earth. It is 98 kg, that is equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity, that is 9.8. Similarly, we have for the body on the moon, mass is 116.2 kg into mass, and you have to find out the acceleration due to gravity. Since I said the mass will be the same, so this will cancel out. If you divide the two equation, you will get it to be 1.62 meter per second square. So this is your answer. So first thing you need to note that mass is same anywhere. If it is on earth or if it is on moon, the mass won't change. So mass is same. If you take the ratio of it, the mass will get cancelled. You will get your answer to be 1.62 meter per second square. This is the acceleration of the gravity on the surface of the